Now, Cenat and Gigi announced their relationship to the internet not too long ago, and ever since then, for the most part, they've been out of the way. But ever since Gigi decided to talk about her and her mom's relationship, she's brought up a bunch of demons from the shadows.
I grew up with a lot of materialistic stuff. Like, everybody knows. You know me. If you've been knowing me since I was a kid, you know I was a very spoiled kid. Like, I had everything. But I feel like what I was lacking in life, like, was, or what I was lacking growing up was the feeling of just true love. Like, this stuff don't matter to me or mean anything to me anymore, but it's something that I'm definitely aware of. But you know, when like people are guilty, they try to throw things at you. Like, you ever watch like a movie where like there's like this rich kid and then they have like the parents that's always at work, but the parents is like, okay, like, I'm just gonna get you a new purse, I'm just gonna get you a new this, I'm just gonna get you a new that. And it's like, yeah, like that stuff would be cool because it's like, okay, now like I got it. But it's like, no, I just really wanted somebody that was there to just listen and just, you know, somebody I could open up to. And I feel like that made me the way I am today. And I'm learning now that I don't have to be this way, but I feel like it made me like strong. Like, it made me like feel like I have to hold everything in. Like, I don't talk to no, like, not like that, but like anytime I'm going through something, you'll never know, because it's like I don't open up to people, I don't talk to people because I never really had that as a child. So it's like now it's easier for me to just get through life alone. I feel like if you have a child, the best thing you can do is just be emotionally connected with them. Like, yeah, you can get your child the world, but really just listen. Like, if I have children, I took what my parents did, and you know, I'm definitely gonna apply it to my life. Like, I can say one thing, my parents did show me like an amazing lifestyle. Like, always lived in a very nice house, always had very nice cars, always had very nice clothes, always had, you know, like the newest of everything. So it's like, yeah, they show me that, but it's like when I have a child, I want to be able to give them that, and I want to be able to give them me emotionally, because I don't want my child to feel like they can't talk to me or they can't come to me or they can't, you know, because I know the feeling of that. You get what I'm saying?
Now, one opinion that I'm seeing that is the majority from most people who have viewed this situation, a lot of people are saying that due to her being spoiled and having all these material things provided for her in her life, that she's coming across very ungrateful. Now, one thing that I will say is people who are trying to argue that she can't feel as though she wasn't loved because she got material stuff. Well, material stuff doesn't fulfill a household, you know. She can actually come out there and say, I felt like I wasn't loved, even with being provided material stuff. Material stuff isn't going to save the day. So to say that she can't come out and say that she can't feel some type of way about her upbringing because she got material stuff doesn't mean anything. Right? If the heart isn't in the home, if the love isn't in the home, material stuff is meaningless. Now, what I will say though is, what's the internet going to do for fixing that love you are missing out on in your childhood? You need to go to your mother, not the internet. You need to go to your mother and tell her, hey, mother, I didn't feel love. Regardless of all this material stuff you provided me, I didn't feel love. I don't know why she came and told the internet. That's always a red flag. Now, not to judge, but when I became familiar with Gigi's mother, it started making sense. Just taking one quick scroll through that Instagram, a lot of stuff started making sense. It seems to me, I'm going to let the rest of the video play with Gigi's mother giving her side, right? So let her say what she has to say, right? I can't speak for her. But it seems to me that Gigi's mother was one of those young mothers who were probably living that fast lifestyle, you know, in the nightlife. And she believed that if she just secured a rich guy, that she'll be able to just throw some money at Gigi and everything will be fine. It seems to me she's now realizing that not prioritizing family structure over that young independent lifestyle, it has consequences.
I am exhausted. I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest. Seeing that video, it broke me. To say that you went through life alone feeling alone, that you didn't feel loved is crazy. Like, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, y'all. 15. That was so I could be there, and I was there. I haven't missed anything in that kid life. Nothing. I can't think of nothing I've missed. I haven't slept barely in 2 days. I have been replaying my life over and over. The more I replay my life, the more proud of myself I am, actually. Like, to say you went through life alone and unloved, I don't ever want to compare my life to my child's life, because I didn't choose my life as a child, but I chose definitely to the best of my ability what hers could look like. You don't even know what a fucking bad day is. And that's just how I feel. Some people could think I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. That's how I stand 10 toes down. Like, there is kids that's going through life alone and unloved, and I can advocate for them. I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have grandparents for real. I didn't have family like that. You know what I mean? Like, my life was really hard, you know, especially due to my mom. But, which is why this hurts so much. My mom didn't even give me a decent life. We were poor. I was poor. It was years. Sometimes, some years I only had one pair of shoes. No socks. No matching socks. No clean panties. No this, no that. Nothing. Still. What? Just 2-3 years ago, I took my mom to Turks with my kids, trying to rekindle with my mom. I have told Gabrielle, no matter what, baby, I love you. You're not going to go through this life without, as long as I got blood, sweat, and tears and breath in my body, you're not going to go through this life without me. She never had to. I think that's why this just hurts so much. And don't get me wrong, that Gabrielle's dad was never around, y'all. Never. Gabrielle's dad come from a decent family. Gabrielle is her dad's only child. I have 5 kids.
I'm just saying, bro, I like you don't understand why your daughter is saying she doesn't feel love, and then say in the very same sentence, you had 5 kids out of wedlock. Like, come on now, bro. Like, this whole baby mother, baby father culture, like, people want to just desensitize it like it doesn't have consequences. I can completely understand why a child will feel love if you grew up in a house where children were being born out of wedlock. That's not a family unit. It's kind of like God tells us to have children and a family in a certain structure for a reason. Maybe God knows that children are going to go on feeling unloved. That's why he says don't have children out of wedlock. Maybe, or I don't know what I'm talking about, something like, I can completely understand why Gigi would feel unloved if that's the case. And then there was no good selection when it comes to a father. Like, she even says it herself, she was in the nightlife at a young age, bro. So there was no good selection when it comes to the father. And you're really acting surprised as to why she feels unloved. She ain't grow up in a good structure from what I'm seeing. Which is why, once again, I want this to be an educating moment. I don't want to put this woman down, the mother or Gigi. I just want this to be an educating moment, because a lot of people, they really want to just do the whole baby mother, baby father culture and act like it has no consequences, bro. Like, this stuff really does have consequences, man. Like, not to get off topic, but this has stuff to do with the video. I seen a clip with Ari, I think Moneybag Yo and G Herbo together, right? And they were basically celebrating because they both have a baby with Ari. And I was like, I mean, good, they're not crashing out, but like, this is nothing to be celebrating, bro. This is a bad culture, bro. This is a bad part of the culture, bro. This is not nothing to be celebrating, my nigga. Like, this is an evil culture, bro. Because what, to me, it's just like putting perfume on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless if the baby fathers are getting along, the baby daddies are getting along or not, it's still a dysfunctional home, whether they're getting along and it looks good or they're crashing out and going at one another and it looks bad. It's still a bad situation, period, my nigga. So the amount of praise this Ari and G Herbo and Moneybag Yo shit was getting, I was like, bro, the black community, bro, they really are into this dysfunctional shit, bro. This is not good, my nigga. But guys, you know, doing some research, I can't be surprised that people are desensitized to children out of wedlock. Even with this story, you got so many people saying she's a good mother. First thing first, in her comment section, by the way, you know, there's actually, you know, the shade room type of pages. They're just saying she's a good mother. And I'm like, first thing first, how would you even know that? You know, nobody can speak on a woman's motherhood but the daughter. You were not her, she wasn't a mother to you. I don't care what you see on social media, bro. And it's crazy because in this expose, she literally says, Gigi's mother, she literally says, you guys on my social media know I don't play about my girl. You guys are my social media. So what does that tell us? You're giving a certain perception of you as a mother on social media. And these people are really going for it, bro, thinking they know her as a mother because of what they see on social media. That's kind of slow. But saying that's just one thing, right? You can't even speak on her motherhood. You don't know her, bro. You're not her daughter, bro. Only the daughter can speak on the motherhood, bro. You cannot speak on motherhood unless you're there 24/7. And even then, if you're in a household 24/7, you ain't her daughter, bro. So you don't have that personal relationship to speak on it. And then secondly, just you having 5 children out of wedlock, that's a good mother. This is what I'm saying, praising ignorance in the community. What about a black woman out there who found a man and built with that man and stuck with that man? Through thick and thin. Why are we not praising this in the community? Why are we praising good mother and you had 5 children out of wedlock? That's crazy to me, bro. But 69 to 70% of black women are having children out of wedlock, bro. So it's not really surprising.
And I have custody of my niece. The same year I had my last kid, I gained custody of my niece. It's just ridiculous, and I don't want to condemn her dad or convict her dad or go down that road because I have forgiven her dad. I have talked to him. Shit, she just had a 21st birthday party. I threw that for her. She didn't even want to. I was like, no, baby, I've been waiting on this day. Through her big, beautiful birthday party, I invited her dad. You know what I mean? But Gabrielle's dad was never there. Yeah, but it's just like, I fought for this girl. I seen somebody in the comments say, because her mama was outside chasing rich niggas and wasn't at home with her daughter. Baby, I don't gotta chase a fucking thing that I attract, okay? You don't chase what you attract. Rich niggas come dime a dozen. Always have. Even when I was that young girl, getting it out the mud, working at the casino, working at night, getting my baby to school, doing what I gotta do. Like, y'all don't know me. Don't speak on me.
Not saying Gigi's just innocent in this situation and I'm just on her side, bro, but I can definitely see the errors in her mother's ways, bro. Like, why are you even focused on attract or chasing? That's not the point, my nigga. The point is you will focus more on rich niggas than your daughter, bro. That's what the nigga was saying. Like, no, and why is it that out of everything everyone's saying, that stuck with you? Because there's some truth to it. This, bro, you're not going to pay attention to it if there's no truth to it. There's truth to it, my nigga. That's why she tried to change the language to attract. That's irrelevant. Whether you attracted the rich nigga or you were out chasing the rich nigga. Was that man the right man to raise a family with? That's what's important, bro. So, yeah, but I think she's at fault here as well, bro. I don't think, it's just, but I also don't think it's one-sided, bro. I think Gigi, yeah, bro. She slick too, bro.
Get out of my comments. Get out of my DMs. I don't give a fuck. The reason I'm speaking on this is because I have never in her whole life went to the internet with my problems. I never bashed her dad. I never talked about how he never showed up to one birthday. One. Not one. It was invited to all her birthdays. He never showed up. He came to her 18th birthday party. Well, 18th birthday trip. And that is where me and her really fell out. She called herself inviting her dad on the Aspen trip that I was helping, that we were planning for her 18th birthday party. I'm like, sweetheart, I'm not going on a birthday trip with you. Your dad has never showed up. He ain't never been there. And mind you, a couple years prior, he called himself going to the courts and lying on me. I still won custody. Still did that. Still fought for her. And that's another problem. I fought for her. I saved her. Gabrielle was disobedient. Gabrielle was going down the wrong road. I fought for her. I gained my custody of my niece, and Gabrielle started cutting up. So I'm in court for this. I'm in court for that. I'm fighting for my life. You was on the internet doing wild shit back then. You have spread me thin. You have wore me out in ways that I tell my younger kids that my little two, I tell them, Mama ain't got it in her no more. A couple months ago, my friends was over. We was here. I cooked. We had wine or whatever. She came in, and I don't know how we got on the subject of the internet. Gabrielle looked at me in front of my friends and told me, I think we need to keep our relationship off the internet. So all of y'all who in my messages saying you ain't post us and this and that, relationship off the internet. Then she follows up with, and Kai said, Mr. Kai Cenat said, told my daughter, my baby, that he did his research on me. He did his research on me and her best friend. Now, who her best friend is, y'all, I really don't know. I know Gabrielle friends, but who the best friend is, I don't know. But best friend, he said you too. He said that he told my baby that if she hung out with me or her best friend, that he did his background on us. She hung out with us. It's so hard to even fucking say that her reputation would be ruined. I was just mind blown. Like, and then when I think about this, like over the past couple days, like, how's it not? All you do is sit down, different sorts, different kinds, you know, different backgrounds, different reputations. All you do is sit down with rappers with different reputations. You love a sit down, but you telling me you never even thought. You never thought to sit down over a glass of water with me. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to fuck with me. I never gave a fuck. But what you won't do is turn my baby against me. You got so much to say about me, but you get on the internet and say, Gabrielle is this, Gabrielle's that, Gabrielle's God-fearing. That's from me, baby. Prayed up. I pray over that girl. I pray for her. I've been telling her to go to church, and she's been going the past couple, weeks? You've been with her, a year and a half now? That's her mama. You say she could cook so good, she could clean, she this, that. That's her mama. You say she from Louisiana? No, she not. She was born there. Gabrielle's been gone from Louisiana since she was 2. I'm from Louisiana. So that Louisiana girl in the kitchen praying for you, she get that from her mama. I ain't never got on this app and bragged and said, oh my God, Kai said my daughter was this. Oh my God, I did a good job. I ain't never came to this internet for validation. My point is, Gabrielle, you ain't never. The way you treat me, the way you treat your siblings, the way you treat us lately. I don't know who you are, boo. I pray whatever your little heart desire. I've always been praying this, that, and the other. And now that you got this internet attention, that's what you doing? We ain't gonna do that. I don't deserve that. I was there. To talk to my daughter about me is crazy.
Now, this next part of the expose, I believe Kai should be very concerned about, because I think the mother did something here to where, and real quick as well, shout out to her, making sure Gigi's on that path of Christianity and stuff like that. I don't, as much as I can observe and make my judgments are based off what I see, I think that's a very good place to be in. She got the cross on her stuff as well. That's a good place to be. But I think one thing she did mess up with, she basically exposed Gigi for being a bot. Just plain and simple, she exposed Gigi for being a bot, and in a very serious way, to the point where it didn't even seem like she was a little bit of a bot. Like, she was down there talking about her daughter like she was just for the streets, bro. Like a neighborhood bicycle type of thing, you know what I'm saying? So I think the mother did fuck up kind of doing that, because if Gigi cheats on Kai now and makes Kai look crazy, Kai can't complain, my nigga. You seen it right then and there, bro. You can't complain. The mother herself, nobody can speak on a woman better than her mother, bro. So if the mother's telling you she has this tendency to be a little bot, Kai, no one's feeling sorry for you if you end up getting cheated on, buddy. I'm just saying, we all saw it, bro.
I sent Gabrielle to her dad. She tripping, acting wild, disobedient. And Gabrielle, you know you don't want me to post the stuff you was doing, and I won't. But if I did, Mr. Cenat, you would know, baby. The woman that you in love with, that's me. That's me shining through her. And by the grace of God, I thank that. But Gabrielle was tripping. Her dad was enabling her. Her dad literally went to the courts and lied on me and said I abandoned my child. When my whole text thread is, where's my kid? Where's my kid? And I'm thinking, oh my God, I gotta fight with this man who don't even show up. And when you show up, all you do is bring chaos and drama. And she's at this critical age. And all I'm doing is fighting for her to save her. And I did. This man went to the courts, lied and said he served me, and said that I abandoned my child because he didn't want to take his ass up the road, 35 minutes now, the border from Louisiana to Houston, where we from. It's the courthouse about a good 45 minutes away. No, he went right there to the courts in Louisiana and filed a motion on me for custody and said that I abandoned her when I'm waiting on her. No. I told her, you're going to take that weave out your head and give me that phone, because the shit you posting on the internet is insane. Gabrielle, know if you can't say a mama ain't love you when she ain't never give up on you. She fought for you. If I would have left her in Lake Charles, Louisiana, I guarantee you right now, she'd be somewhere pregnant for a bum. Because that's exactly what she was going to do. I flew there brokenhearted because I couldn't believe she was abandoning me, and she was leaving me because I wanted better for her. Anyway, I flew to Houston, got a car, went to Lake Charles, complete in the blind, because I've never been served, so I really don't know what's going on. Her dad is telling me it's too late, it's too late. Still never telling me he went to the courts. So I had to get an attorney. The attorney had to find out what's going on. I've hired me an attorney within less than 72 hours later. I had custody back. I fought for her. Gabrielle that's just one story. When you sit around and say that your mama you never felt love, you have spread me thin. You have worn me out in ways that I tell my younger kids that, my little two, I tell them, mama ain't got it in her no more. If you want to cut up, if you want to wrestle, you want to dance, there's the door. I'm not fighting. I'm not doing it no more. I'm sorry. But this kid sit around and say she wasn't loved. Didn't feel love. Y'all, that was the most trying year of my life. That's crazy. I go through so much shit. I don't get on this app and look for sympathy. I don't get. This shit is just crazy. This shit is just crazy to me, y'all. Like, it's heartbreaking. Y'all don't even really see me on the internet. I don't get on here. I get on here every day and ask for sympathy, beg for sympathy, tell y'all my problems and all that. I don't give a. Listen, Lord forgive me. I don't give a. I wake up every day and handle my business.
Now, the exposing actually wouldn't end there, and she actually went to expose Kai for cheating on Gigi multiple times and her falling out with Brooklyn Frost.
You've lost your mind. And you went on the internet and lied on me? You try to talk about my financial issues? I was there for her. I even told her, baby, look, you know your mama ain't never really held it down with nobody cheating, especially humiliation like that. But if you love him, I respect and I support you. Even after her telling me what he said about me.
No.
Emily, what did Kai say? Please tell me what did Kai say.
He did his research on you, and if Gigi is gonna be posting you, then she's gonna have the same reputation as you.
Exactly. Or did his homework, and that if he hung out with me or her best friend, that she would have the same reputation. Her reputation would be ruined or some shit. On Brooklyn, y'all going y'all separate ways. When I put it on the market, I let Gabrielle live in it. I let her still live in it. She was leaving her dog to go run behind Kai, leaving him in the house for 12 to 15 hours a day, pissing and shitting all in my $1 million house. I did snap out on her. She has no respect, no regard for what I'm going through. Oh, you gonna do what you did last time, just move in with a man. Cool, got it. Not mad. But for you to sit there and be like, yeah, you asked me to live with you, I told you no. You are so hurtful. When he was cheating or caught cheating, I took up for y'all. I took up for you. I stood by you. I said, Gabrielle, it's cool. You love him, want to forgive him, go for it. But don't let him back in easily. And you did. You got grace. You got time. You got effort. You got whatever. You're lost. You're lost. I'm your mom.
Now, Gigi actually came out to respond to her mum's rant, and this is what she had to say. And I guess after all of this, Gigi's mum, shout out to her. She took some accountability and she realized some of the errors in her ways and decided to actually apologize.
Honestly, I just want to say, I'm sorry that it even got this far, honestly. And I take accountability. I do. I take accountability for, I guess, something I've never done. Express myself on the internet. I don't even believe in that. But I do think that Gabrielle, hearing Gabrielle say that on, expressing herself that way, man, that hurts. It definitely hurts as a parent who really gave it her all and by herself to Gabrielle coming in my house and telling me what Kai said. He did say it, but even then after that, I still gave them my support. And I still do. As she know, I have still supported her. And 3, I definitely reached out to her before I vented on. Sorry, someone called me, but I don't even want to draw this out. I definitely love my kid, have supported my kid. Yes, we've had issues. Everybody have issues. Just seeing that hurt it. Seeing her say that hurt it. And then her, coming in here saying that hurt it. That was said, I'm not going to take that back. And I still supported them. I still supported her and Kai. I still do. I still do. I want my baby to be happy. I always wanted her to be happy. She deserved it. I'm getting so many phone calls about, Ashlee, you don't never go to the internet. Oh my God, never in life. I've been knowing you my whole life. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am Gabrielle. I owe you an apology. I'm sorry. I love you.
Now, when it comes to Gigi's mother basically exposing her for her old ways, I 100% believe she's telling the truth. And when she says she's trying to stir Gigi in the right path, I actually agree with her. You know, I believe she probably knows what it was like to be a young girl living fast. So she's kind of seeing that in Gigi and trying to stray her on the right path. So that's why I'm saying Gigi ain't completely innocent. I think Gigi actually might be an old version of her. Maybe she's actually started to find Christ and she's doing better, right? But I actually agree with this. And the reason I say I agree with this is because before I even saw Gigi and Cenat together, I saw Gigi in a whole nother YouTuber's video. Now, this YouTuber, you might be thinking it's not that deep, right? But that's because you probably don't watch this YouTuber. If you watch Jayshaun, you will know Jayshaun is one of them YouTubers who does the horny type of content, bro, where you just bringing females to the crib. You know, you taking crazy thumbnails with them. You getting freaky on camera with, you know what I'm saying? He does that type of content. So when I saw Gigi with him, I was like, and then I seen her with Kai, I was like, wait, isn't that girl? Wait, you have a thing for bad boys, man. That's a red flag, bro. So when I seen her with Kai, especially with Kai being where he's at, I was like, okay, I mean, that's a bit crazy, you know what I'm saying? But so I definitely agree with her on that. Now, guys, to wrap stuff up here, I really believe none of this should have been brought to the internet. I don't think either of this makes any of them like, let's be real, but and that's the thing about the internet. They don't really be caring, bro. The internet is like, they just need new entertainment for the day. So why would you put yourself out there to be the entertainment for the day? And they don't care. Like, even me making this video, my nigga, like, I'll just call out the truth in the video. But I ain't about to like be thinking deep about this after. Like, why would you even bring this to the internet? But I'm sure most of you watching, yeah, you're watching, this is entertaining. But then it's like, but yet you've put all that out there, right? So it's like, why, bro? And no, this is only going to create more tension because you're going to start reading more comments. It's like, why bring this to the internet? Like I said, Gigi, why bring this to the internet? If you felt unloved, the internet is not going to help you feel more loved. The mother, you know, I could kind of get the mother, you know, if you feel like she's lying on you, kind of coming out to kind of say your truth. But then again, I still think like it's not that deep, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that. It's not even like she just said she felt unloved, bro. She ain't say you, and she said you provided, so you could have just ignored her too. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't think this should have been brought to the internet. But anyway, let me know what you guys think on this, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.